place the spine of the knife, which is the top against the handle, you can get the angle. Now, every handle of every sharpener is different. They will still be within 1 or 2 degrees of where you're trying to get. So you place that and you really just let the knife fall gravity, just with the weight of the knife, 3 times on either side. And that's it.
Can you do that with this style?
Absolutely. Every single knife. I'll do it again if you want to see it.
Yeah.
So the weight of the knife, gravity from what I call my hand all the way to the toe of the knife. So heel to toe, just with the weight of the knife. And you could do this for hours if you really like the sound of it. I love the sound of it. Rocking motion and get that little low rock. And that's how I would do a small dice. Okay, on the celery. Really, really simple, really easy. And I'll come around and help y'all in a minute. I'm just going to show you one thing we're going to do together. All the skin's off here. So, an onion. This is just a little trick to do a real quick dice with an onion. You can see what they've done is split the onion in half, take the skin off. You've still got the root existing. But what we're going to do is just take this knife and make small slits along the knife, along the onion, excuse me. I'm just going to do a little fan cut. So you're not cutting the onion from front to back, only 3/4 of the way, and just making small slices, and then you just come back with your knife and go forward and down, and you've got diced onion. So just a real quick way to dice, okay? And I'll come around and show you guys. I'll come around one-on-one and kind of help you on this so we can just get this done. So this is going to be your little prep work for what we're going to eat. The knife. And you hold the blade of the knife with your pinch grip, with your thumb and index finger, and hold the physical blade of the knife. And this gives you control over the knife's diversion without putting any muscles in your arms. If you hold the knife like this, which is a scary horror movie, for one, right? This is chasing somebody, right? All the muscles in your arm are very active. If you're cooking for a while, you're going to get fatigued. You're going to get, if you have arthritis or anything. So pinching the blade gives you control over the diversion of the blade without any muscles being used, and then your hands will sit very lightly on the handle. You hold the knife like you hold a child's hand. Very light, very soft, because you want the knife to actually have motion to it when you cut. Okay, so pinch grip.
Get away from you.
That's right. And you pinch paring knives, 3.5-inch knives, all the way up to 14-inch knives. So always hold the blade of the knife for control. So irrelevant of the type of knife, and don't cut any food yet because we are going to cut this for you guys to eat. Sorry. The other thing about use of the blade, this knife with the bevel of the knife is actually made of rock. So the whole design of this knife, this whole first part of the knife, the front, is actually made of rock. You cut with the part that's closest to your hand. The whole design of this knife is to follow this shape of style cutting. So this is called a low rocking cut. And then you cut with the part that's closest to your hand because that's where the weight of the knife is, okay? So that is the design of a traditional chef knife. Some of you picked an Asian style blade. One thing you see with an Asian style blade is it's flatter. It doesn't have the bevel of a standard chef knife because Asian style cutting is typically forward and down. So when you go to an Asian style restaurant, most things are plank style in their presentation. So this is a presentation style cutting knife. This is a chopping knife, like we're making stews. So it's more of a chop style knife. This is more presentation. Again, more Asian style food, more German style food. That does not mean you can only cut meat and potatoes with this, and you can only cut vegetables with this. It's just why we make the knives. And the knives have the weight and the style of the knife to support the food you're cooking, so it makes it easier for you to make those cuts. Okay? The other thing I will tell you about knives is knives cut better by moving this way than they do by moving this way. This is more damage to the blade, as you can imagine. This is softer and does not deflect the metal as much. So the weird thing about cutting is the more you let the knife move back and through the product, the smoother the cut becomes. This is a little bit more rough. And you can hear it, right? This is something dramatic, of course. So just the pinch grip is really important. And the rocking motion of making the basic cut and letting the knife actually move through the product will keep it from being so labor intensive and allowing the knife to slip. Because what is the thing you cut? This hand. I got a nice one from this week already. Used the wrong knife trying to cut something and almost cut my finger open. So using the right knife makes it more safe Pinching the knife makes it more safe, and allowing the knife to move back and forth makes it more safe. So the only other thing is your other hand that you don't cut with, your trailing hand, just get your fingertips out of the way. So don't be, especially if you're a woman and you have nails, don't have your fingers out. Tailor your fingers back, and you can really touch that little spot. You can really use those fingers to really be a guide. But get those fingertips out of the way when you use a knife. People call it the claw. I like my fingers to be straight up and down, and that lead knuckle will always be present, and you can use that as a cutting mark if you're cutting. But get the fingertips out of the way so you don't touch yourself. That would be important. Okay? These are great knives. They will last you forever. Just take a little bit of care of them. You know, again, this is a really good company that stands behind their product. I've worked for a lot of companies, like most of us in our lives have had a lot of jobs. This is probably the best company I've ever heard of, worked with.
Is it like butter?
It is.
Push down.
So yeah, again, the nice
Oh, I'm not. I'm
a little bit more.
Okay.
For more.
Sun-dried tomato. Look at meat sauce.
It was meat sauce. I'm like, I can roll that out. Get kind of hungry. Put everything in one meal, the meat in there.
Right. That's chicken on top.
And the fish, the whole deal. It's like 7 meals.
Thank you, friends. I'll leave you the picture on the vlog.
Alright, perfect. Thank you, Tony.
The reason people don't make carbon is